All right, let's get real for a second. Your first touch is everything in football. We've all been there. You receive a pass, but the ball bounces away from you and the defender's already on it. Frustrating, right? But here's the truth. Your first touch is absolutely useless without this one habit. This habit is what separates players who just get by from players who control the game. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what this habit is and show you how to develop it so your first touch becomes your biggest weapon on the field. Let's get started. First touch. It's something every coach drills into your head from day one. But here's the kicker. It's not just about technique. Sure, you need soft feet, good balance, and timing, but there's something deeper that top players do with their first touch that you may not be thinking about. Most players focus on receiving the ball with perfect technique, controlling it, cushioning it, keeping it close. But the reality is that a perfect first touch doesn't matter if you don't have awareness and purpose when receiving the ball. You could be the best at controlling the ball, but if you don't know what's coming next, your first touch is pointless. Your touch needs to set you up for your next move, and that's where the habit comes in. So, what's the missing habit? Anticipation. Simply put, your first touch starts before the ball even arrives at your feet. Before you even think about how to receive the ball, you need to know where it's coming from and where you want it to go. That means scanning the field, understanding the game, and anticipating your next move before the ball is even passed to you. Top players like Messi, Ronaldo, and De Bruyne are masters of this. They don't just react to the ball, they anticipate where it will go, and they use their first touch to control the game. They are always one step ahead, and their first touch is a tool to make the next play happen. You have to ask yourself, do you know where the ball is going when it gets to you? Do you know what's coming next? Let's break it down. Anticipation makes your first touch purposeful. Here's why. When you're aware of what's around you, you already know if you need to trap the ball, push it forward, or pass it to a teammate. Without anticipation, you're simply reacting. Your first touch becomes a guessing game. Will I control the ball? Will I lose possession? Will I have time to make a play? That's sloppy football, and it's what most players do when they haven't developed the habit of anticipation. But when you anticipate, your first touch becomes a decision. You know exactly what to do with the ball as it arrives. You're prepared to make that perfect first touch, whether you need to pass, dribble, or shoot. So, how do you develop this habit? How do you train yourself to anticipate the ball before it even reaches your feet? Here's how. Step 1, the scanning habit. Before you receive the ball, always scan the field. Look for the defenders, look for your teammates, and look for the space you can use. If you know where the space is, you can receive the ball and move in that direction instantly. Step 2, the awareness drill. Play simple wall passes with a twist. As you receive the ball, always look around before it arrives. Get used to anticipating where the ball is going and decide your next move. If you do this in a controlled environment, you can transfer it to real games where the pace is much higher. Step 3, the 360-degree awareness drill. Get someone to pass you the ball while you're constantly moving. As the ball is passed, scan the field and make sure you know where the space is. The goal is to always be aware of your surroundings, not just the ball. When you receive the pass, use your first touch to get into that space you anticipated. Step 4, first touch under pressure. This is where it gets real. Start doing 1v1 or small-sided games. The key is to anticipate where the defender is and adjust your first touch to get away from them. This will train your body and mind to make decisions on the fly, improving your control under pressure. So now you know the secret that makes your first touch unstoppable, but let me tell you the impact this has on your game. When you develop this habit, your first touch becomes automatic, and you become a player who can dominate the midfield, break lines, and dictate play. Let's be real. How many times have you seen a player receive the ball under pressure only to fumble the touch or waste an opportunity? That's because their first touch was a reaction. Now imagine if they had scanned the field first and anticipated the defender's position and the space. Their first touch would have been perfect. Anticipation makes your first touch smoother, quicker, and more effective. And that's what separates the good players from the great ones. All right, now that you know the secret, here's my challenge for you. Every time you step on the pitch, practice scanning before you receive the ball. Make it a habit. Even when you're juggling or passing with a friend, be aware of where the ball is going and where the space is. And let me say this again, your first touch will never be perfect without anticipation. It's that simple. If you want to play like the pros, start thinking ahead and your first touch will follow. So, I want to hear from you. What's the biggest mistake you make with your first touch? And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, join our Discord community for more tips and drills to improve your game. Until next time, anticipate, stay aware, and control the game.